I wanted to start HIIT workout, high intensity interval training. So I did what everybody does. I Googled, I watched YouTube videos, Reddit threads, Wikipedia, blogs, etc. The problem? Some of the sources were contradicting. Some said do twice a week, and others said 4 times a week. Some said jump in, the others said no, build the base. The more information I was collecting, the more I was getting confused, not really learning. And that's where I realized I don't need more details or information. I need someone who can help go through these multiple sources of information that I already collected and help me analyze and synthesize it. Today, I want to share with you one such AI powered research tool that not just summarizes an articles, but rather finds patterns across the sources. It also identifies areas where some of the sources contradict. It curates the information that you're looking for. And this is called NotebookLM, absolutely free. This is by Google, and let me show you how. So once you're here, notebooklm.google.com, this is how your landing page looks like. You can close this little button here. So you can start creating your notebook. As the name suggests, it's a notebook. This is the place where you curate all your information. This is where you make notes that matters to you. This is where you add all the details of information that you care for. So let's create a notebook. So just click on that, and then you can start giving it a name. Let's call it HIIT. Okay, now that you have created a shell notebook, a very important next step is you start adding data. So that's where you add sources. You can either add your own sources, which is what I want to do to start with. I have few websites I want my research to be based on. Let me add a source. This is a website. So I'm going to say this is a web page. I want this to be my source. This is nih.gov. And next, I have another source. This time, I'm going to give a YouTube video. This is by Rhonda Patrick. And as you can see, right, your sources can be anything: a website, YouTube video, Reddit post, blogs, your own document, anything. You can either add sources like this. If you don't know where to even start, you have not even collected any information, you can take NotebookLM's help. So it's a very important feature, and I'm so thankful for Google to provide all these things, which saves so much of our time. You can say, I'm looking for HIIT. I want to research more on HIIT. Can you help me do fast research? Or there is one more called deep research. This actually takes a little longer. It takes maybe another like 5 or 6 minutes to go through lots of data which is available there. It performs its deep research before it finds you sources. But for this demo, let's go with fast research. And let me just say, go. And it's researching, it's going through the web, and it's looking for hit articles, and it's providing you all this information. See, this was done in less than a minute. I would have spent more time Googling again and then trying to bookmark all the websites. This has done it in such a short duration. It's given me 7 sources, and also I added my own sources, right? So that's why the number of sources are more here, 10. Now you don't have to believe whatever it picked for you to start using it. You can go to the source of this information, and you can decide if you want to keep it or not. Let's click on that. It takes you to someone's website. I don't want it, so I'm going to uncheck it. So you can see there are so many different sources. You can pick and choose what sources you actually want your research to be based on. Again, this is NotebookLM helping you to do the research of picking the sources of information. Please remember, your research is as good as your sources are. So take some time, spend more time in ensuring that your source of information is valid, viable, has a high fidelity, and something that you actually trust. So don't just expect NotebookLM to give you great research if your source of information is very mediocre. So now that we have selected what we want, we can say import. See how fast it is importing some of these sources. This time, let's do deep research. It's going to take a long time because it's doing a deep research on this topic. Deep research completed. It collated 42 sources. These are very long. Some are citations, some are documents. I can either go through and pick and choose, or I can import them all. So for demo purposes, I'm going to say import all. Imagine the number of sources it picked. And if you think about it, it's humanly impossible for us to go through so many different sources, read the information in each of these sources, make notes out of it, make some meaning out of it, and then synthesize across the documents. It's just impossible. This is where NotebookLM is so powerful. It not only just researched these many sources, it's actually read through all of them and it is ready to help us understand what they are. If you see at the bottom, so maybe these are the sources which might be behind the paywall. So we will just say remove all failed sources. Okay, in one shot it removes all the failed sources. Now if you see here in the middle, this is where the chat window is. This is where you start talking to the AI, ask more about all these research. So if I say, how do HIIT and SIT compare in time efficiency? These are very generic questions, right? If I just ask it to summarize, it will summarize it. But that's not the power of NotebookLM. The power is in you asking deeper questions. For example, let me ask it this. Across all these sources, what are the fundamental principles of HIIT that everyone agrees on, and what are non-negotiables? And remember, it's going to help us answer this question going through these 49 sources. It's not easy to not just read through this each individual source of a document, but actually make sense of it and collate, right? Across these sources, where do they agree? So imagine the amount of synthesis that it has to do. So let's see how fast it does. Saying looking for answers, getting the context, processing the material, finding relevant information, defining HIT principles, pinpointing the fundamentals that everyone agrees on, and it's analyzing the HIT benefits. There's no other such AI, there is no other AI based research tool that can do this amount of a heavy duty. This is extremely powerful. Please check it out. It is actually giving me all the areas where they all agree on and where the non-negotiables are. If you see, it's even giving me references where which document talks about this. So you don't even have to take it on a face value. You can do further more research to what it has come back with. Again, remember, the more sources that you curate, the better your research will be. And everybody says AI hallucinates. This is one such case where you reduce the amount of hallucination happens, because it cannot make up anything, any facts, nothing can be made up. All its research is based on these 49 sources that you provided, and at any given point it is giving you a reference of where it picked up this information from. Now let me ask it another deeper question, right? So we asked it, what are the areas where they all agree, right? It's telling me that they all agree in the structure, the intensity, the volume, and recovery. Now let's see what are the areas where I was seeing the differences, right? Now I'm saying, now show me where these sources disagree. I'm seeing different advice on how often to do HIIT, how long sessions should be, whether beginners should jump in, or please break down the contradictions from me. So let's see. It's consulting the sources. It's exploring the material. Again, all this is happening while I'm demoing this in this present minute. This is impossible to dissect these many articles and make sense of it. But NotebookLM is all power. It was less than a minute. It came back, not just going through documents, but identifying the areas where there are contradicting topics. And it's also telling us which documents contradict. Frequency. How often should I do? The contradiction. Some sources suggest it can be done frequently, 4 times a week, while others strictly warn that anything over 3 times a week invites injury. It is even telling where these sources are disagreeing or contradicting. Duration described as 4-minute workout in some sources and 45-minute workout in others. This is where NotebookLM is so powerful. No other tool can actually do this. So I'm going to ask it one more follow-up question. This time, I'm just going to tell it, I'm an absolute beginner. I want to start HIIT, but I don't want to get injured or burn out. What's the smartest way to start? Just give me a beginner-friendly plan based on what all these sources are saying. Just tell me what the end result is. And it's curating a plan which is specific to me, because it's saying, here is a beginner-friendly injury prevention plan derived from the sources. Phase 1, pre-HIIT foundation, then phase 2, the soft entry HIIT plan, phase 3, progression. If Notebook LM didn't do this, I would have just jumped in and then injured myself. This is excellent. This is the power of AI based research. Now there's another problem. Even despite of giving all these things, I may think, oh, still there is a lot of information. I really don't have time to read all these things. Even that Notebook LM has solved that problem for us. Look into your right side. This is called Studio. This is where they have advanced features. They have audio overview, video overview, mind mapping, slide deck, infographic, and so forth. It's not possible for us to cover these many important detailed features in this video. So for now, I'm going to share only the audio overview. Using this audio overview feature, NotebookLM can turn all of this research that you just did into a podcast. This is really cool. It's almost like two AI hosts are discussing your sources and your research. Let me play this for you.
Efficient.
That's a huge distinction. Hands on their knees and then poof, they're gone.
And you're going to tell me the 10-minute person got a better workout.
I am. I'm going to tell you, they might be getting better cardiovascular results. It sounds like a total scam, doesn't it?
It really does. It sounds like one of those late night.
I can listen to this now that even after research, even after it's summarized, even it gave me all the plan, still if I believe I don't have time to even go through this, NotebookLM has made it really easy for us. You can actually save this audio overview, hear it at later time. You can download it so you can even listen to it while you're on a walk, while you're cooking dinner or anything. So this is amazing. It's almost like having two researchers discuss your research. So please check out NotebookLM. It's a very powerful research tool. If you're not using it, you're really missing out. To conclude, here's what just happened. I uploaded multiple sources of information about it. And instead of me reading each one of them one by one, I asked AI to do something for me. I asked it to find patterns. I asked it to show me the contradictions and tell me what matters to my situations. And this is not summarizing a particular given document, but rather synthesizing the information that I already collected. And here's why this matters to you. You may not care about it, but I guarantee you are researching something. Maybe what laptop to purchase, what are the best practices in your given industry, what will be the best treatment option for a given health condition. When you're going through these kind of a research areas and you have collected a lot of information, and when you're not able to see the big picture, that's where the solution comes in. It really connects the dots. So you just upload them, ask the questions that matter, and let AI connect the dots you're missing. The tool is NotebookLM. It's free from Google, and I'm going to provide you the link in the below description. Please try it for yourself and let me know how your research has gone and how much time it helped you save.